So this is my 2024 sketchbook tour. I just completed the sketchbook today and I just really wanted to show it off. So we'll go with the first page. Ooh. So the first page is actually this. I forgot what kind of paper this is, but this is one of those scratch off papers. And I decided, I wanted to try it out. I used stencils for, stuff like that. I used a stencil for this, but the lettering I made myself, the fish I made myself, and just some cool stuff with the scratchy paper. Now this one is doodle page number 1. As you can see, there's like a ton of stuff in here. Got a little dragon guy. I guess he's not that little, but I got some cool stuff in here. This is mostly just doodles, so this is just stuff that like I quickly whip out whenever I'm bored or anything. For example, I got the bug 4, so these are these 4 bugs right here, and then this is their captain up here, which I think is like pretty cool. He has a big giant sword that just kind of takes up half the page and stuff like that. Yeah, just like monsters and stuff like that. So this is layout designs. I like doing comic book and illustrations, so this is just practice. I wanted to see what monsters look like from the back, I guess, when you put them in panels. So I started creating like some panels. I used my little bit of a mascot. They're called Beetle Boys, or Bug Boy, whatever you want to call them. But I was messing around with them because they're pretty easy to draw, so I decided, I wanted to just, put them in different positions and see how they look like. And see, this panel right here is pretty much what I was talking about. I wanted to see what monsters look like from the back when I place them in the panel. So as you see here, all these are facing one direction. No pun intended, but yeah. So this one is pretty cool. I didn't draw this myself. This used to be my mom's sketchbook, so I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a wagon with flowers in the distance. So I try to keep my mom's original work untouched. That way I can look back at it for reference, which I think is pretty cool. So the next one is another doodle page. Just do different doodles, messing around with like perspective and just how things look, which I think is like pretty cool. So you can see, right, got a couple characters, couple gestures. This is what I was talking about, messing with perspective. This is like a head from under view, which I think is pretty cool. This is another one of my mom's. So it's like a vase filled with like flowers and plants and stuff like that, which I think is like pretty cool. This sketchbook was from 2016 and I just completed it in 2024, so that took a while. So this is all my notes. I have at least one page dedicated to notes, which I think is like pretty fire, because like if I ever need to go back to a concept or anything, I can just go back to this page and I can just like pick something, or if I've seen something before, I write it down and I'll try to, convert it into something new and stuff like that. This page right here, another one of my mom's pages. It's wine or water being filled in a wine glass. I'm assuming it's wine because it's a wine glass. You guys can't see that well from the detail, but there's like grapes and everything just looks nice. I really like this page a lot because of the water splashing, or the wine splashing inside the cup, which I really like. Like I said, 2016. This is for a viewer of the channel. He commissioned me, and so I was creating concepts. This is the trader from his concepts. I decided to make a new character for him, and so I just wanted to add some cool shit, and add a different concept for him, which I did digitize, which I'll probably add it in the video post credit or whatever. This is another one of my mom's paintings, a beach, a drawing. You can see she was studying like how to put everything into perspective, not stuff, and So yeah, as you can see, she put everything in grids into a perspective, and yeah, I learned from this a lot. This is again from 2016, and I really like it. This is another commission that I did for the same viewer. It's a Space Moles concept, and I just did a re-render or rendition of it, which I also digitized too. I really like this concept. It's one of my favorites, and I'm glad that this viewer gave me the opportunity to do that. And then this is another one of my mom's drawings. I forgot what this thing is called, but it's like the spiral. So she was doing a lot of references and stuff like that, and I learned from this. So now we're going on to doodle page number 2 or 3. So these are some doodles that I made. So you can see I do like a lot of heavy inking, more Beetle Boys there, mimics. I like the Onu slimes. They're my favorite concept. My brother created them, so I really like that. And you can see that I'm just playing around with different perspectives, different things, just trying to create something cool. So this right here, my mom was just making a cake business, so she was making templates and designs for her cake business, which I think is pretty cool. I really like it, and I try to help out from time to time. Okay, so here's some concepts that I made. You can see I like making characters. I like character concepts and just like different effects. So this was supposed to be part of the original Guy vs. Guy and what I kind of wanted. And we did something similar to that in our zine, if you haven't checked that out. Made some cool characters, you know, Dragon Ball Z inspired-esque, you know, anime-esque. And yeah, I think I really like this. This page is one of my favorites. I made a black mage with some staffs, some summonings, some potions and items. I wanted to make, you know, a little bit of a game. So I was just pumping out ideas on what I wanted to see. Now here, it's pretty dope. So I know it's messy, but I have everything structured. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it goes like in a spiral if you want to read this comic. But I just wanted to, I don't know, just make random panels and see what I can come up with when it comes to, you know, illustrating and just making comics and stuff like that. So I really wanted to get a sense of practice, and I don't know, I just wanted to pump out some more ideas. So this is a reference page. I was doing reference skulls. This is a reference. This is a reference. I was trying to do this as a reference, but it didn't come out right. And then not everything on this page is a reference. So some things are like a reference of a reference. So like I created this from a reference, and then I created this based off that. So I use references to make more references for myself and just help me do anatomy and structure and stuff like that. So yeah, the skull page, probably one of my favorites. Now this one is a whole ink concept I was working on. I was watching One Piece, and there's the animal pirates that Kaido has. So kind of want to make some animal-like pirates. I call them the wild pirates, and they're on a ship invading it, you know. A gerbil, that's a gerbil, and a crocodile. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is what the spread looks like. Pretty crazy. Another concept for Space Moles, part of the commission that I did a whole digital piece on this, but I created like the reference here, which I think is like pretty cool. I really like this. All the X's that you see, it's supposed to be in black, so I'm supposed to black that out, but never really got a chance to do that. These are scribble monsters. So I killed a couple tombos trying to do this page, but they're just supposed to be monsters that are like scribbles. They're supposed to get like shapes and stuff like that, so I think they're pretty interesting. like super interesting. So this is just more references, drawing some Sailor Moon for a commission, stuff like that. This one didn't end up well, but you know, every other one is pretty cool. This is also the ghost that lives in my house. Ghost in Hope Valley, died of stroke. He died of a stroke, but this is what he looks like. Super spooky, you know? But that's legit how he looks like. And then was fucking around with some washi tape, made some weapons for a character that I made a long time ago. I really like it. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase like what kind of weapons he would have, you know, what's what. I like labeling stuff. So this is another page. As you can see, there's like a lot of frogs. I got inspired by my friend. She was doing a lot of frogs in D&D, like a frog monk, and so that inspired me to kind of just like bust out frog characters. You know, got a ninja frog, got a buff frog, got a gangster frog smoking, you know, another frog cyborg. And you know, I made this character again. Supposed to be a bug guy, but I didn't finish his hands because like I was too bored. Made a monk, right? Just making some weapons, made some cool crazy shit up here, different things. I made a unhappy face. It says haha frog random H. This is what this is referring to, the random H. I'm not that good at lettering, so my lettering is not that good. This is a concept I made. Kind of got inspired by Naruto a bit. This pose is by Gaara, actually, so I used that as a reference. But I decided to give him some kind of eye powers, you know, some eye prowess, maybe like a Gekka Genkai. And so I just wanted to make this character like as cool as possible because he was just super generic, and so like I'm just drawing him in different ways. So this is a Gimboid. If you guys haven't seen the video, I made a video on this concept called Gimboids, and Gimboids is also by the viewer that commissioned me. And these are heads. This is the original head, and these are different renders of different heads that I made. So I digitized this, colored it. It looks pretty cool. It's one of my favorite pieces that I've done. Now over here, got so much ink, so I wanted to do another comic panel. So I did this more like a manga, so it goes right to left. So it's just this guy talking, his team, and then like another random team of like random people or something. Maybe this is part of his team. And I really like this. It's a planet with a comet, and then I got like 2 panels showcasing like space, which I think is like really cool. And this is the continuation of the comic, made a border. It's okay to me. It's not the best thing I've made, but it looks kind of cool. So this is my buff guy. Everything in pencils from 2016. But the green was done this year. And so you can see kind of like the difference in like skill, I guess, from back in 2016 to like now. Here's this guy. I call him a Satigator. His name's Satigator Type 1. I don't know why, but I just wanted to do a bunch of lizards and stuff and just like concepts. So I have a sidekick dispenser, which is kind of like a reference to Bleach. Kind of got me inspired, and I was thinking, yo, instead of like having like those, what are they called? Like those souls covering like a body, what if they just dispense like a sidekick? And so like this is what this whole thing's about, just like a whole character design for this guy and like what he does and what he has and stuff like that, which I think honestly pretty dope. And then I have a Puerto Rican Green Lantern. I'm Puerto Rican, so like I really wanted a Green Lantern that kind of like looks like or has like Puerto Rican traits and stuff like that. So I got a rice spoon because, you know, we make a lot of rice. the chancleta, you know, most powerful weapon, especially as a construct. Drew some rings. I wanted to give him a gauntlet. Gave him a machete, you know, a construct for a machete, a harpoon, you know, just stuff like that, which I think is like pretty cool. So this page, I was just practicing a lot of the color pencils. So what I did was half of it colored pencils, half of it inked, because I wanted to work with multimedia. So I wanted to just test out, you know, what some of these colors look like, and like how to work with the Copic. No, these are Prismacolor pencils. I wanted to know how Prismacolor works, because I see a whole bunch of people using them on YouTube. So this acorn is my favorite. It just looks so real. So yeah, there's this whole page. Then I got the same character that I made a couple pages ago. Just remade him. Not that good, I don't think, in my opinion. He's okay. So this is the Gimboid body for the commission of the Gimboid. So this is what the body looks like. The arm is supposed to be like a mech, and then these are the face is like right here. In the digital concept, I colored everything but the face to show that the face is like interchangeable. So I did that. I'm not really good at drawing mechs or mechanical parts, so I struggle with that. So here we have another kind of mini doodle page. So this guy was made in 2016. Everything around him was made this year. So it's pretty cool. You got like just different robots, a TV head, a radio head guy. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff, which I think is pretty cool. So there's this guy. This is one of my favorite sketches. So everything in blue is 2016, everything in black is 2024. So I wanted this guy got inspired by like horror movies, so I really wanted him to be kind of like a serial killer. But he has some cake to him. So it's pretty interesting, a serial killer with cake. I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. So this is with calligraphy. I wish you guys can feel what I'm feeling, because there's texture on this. So much texture. And I wanted to finish it, but I broke my calligraphy pen, so can't finish that now. Until I get like another one, which is okay. I'll probably get like a G pen or something. So these are full pages. As you can see, I like to crowd them, just put as much shit as possible in these pages. I get bored, so I go after concept after concept after concept, which I think is pretty cool. There's like an alien here, picking up a cube. Here's another one, another full page. You know, did some cool stuff. Working with color, robots, some text here, something generic, you know. If you think you can't draw stick figures, like, you can. It just depends on, like, how you put your stick figures, because, like, you can show how much life you have. Sometimes stick figures are pretty dope. I really like them. But, got a little robot and some ghosties, some pecs, you know. Some cool shit. This is my favorite page. This is my gangster fruit page. They're all gangster fruit. He's like, "What's up, fool?" I love gangster fruit. They're so cool. I have a pear stripper, and it says Dole on her. It's like a tramp stamp. And I like the onion. He has grills. But yeah, these are all supposed to be like gangster fruit and stuff like that. Like the Chicano culture, you know, or something. I'm not too sure. I just looked at a lot of stuff from Los Angeles and, you know, got inspired. Here's my monster page. You see, there's like a fucking shit ton of monsters. This golem right here is a re-render of a golem that I made a long time ago. But yeah, you can see there's just like a ton of different concepts and a lot of different monsters. I like monsters and just creating stuff from my head. You can see there's just so much. This is my favorite monster right here. This guy. He's like a black goo. It's like white at the bottom and then he turns black as you go up. Pretty cool. So here is a weapons page. Decided I wanted to make some weapons. Got some notes from watching YouTube. This is a reference of me holding... the reference was me holding a broom. But it did not turn out well. And so I was just like, yikers. Like, I need to practice more. But you can see, like, I got like a whole bunch of different things here. Robots, a water demon all the way in the left-hand corner, like right here. You know, weapons and all that stuff. This one is pretty cool. This took forever. So just have different concepts, mostly robots, banditos, like punks and all that stuff. Just super sick. I like drawing concepts without constraints, so I just love redrawing things. Like this guy turns into this guy, which turns into this guy, so it's like you can see the evolution of different things. And I know what's what. Stuff in blue is 2016, and then everything in black is just, you know, 2024. So I really like that. Another concept I have stopped working on them because there's not really anything left to do. You can see the time and date stamped on there. It's supposed to be like a Spartan knight, but I didn't like the way he looks, so I stopped. This is a tattoo idea that I have for my anchor. I really wanted to do this tattoo. I still might get it, but just with a different water type Pokemon instead of a Magikarp. I like Magikarp, but I don't know. Another tattoo concept that I wanted. Which I think is pretty cool. Here, I don't know if you can see it. It's another tattoo concept. It's supposed to be an Oni mask with a cactus on top. You see the other cactuses designs up here. But I stopped working on this concept because I didn't really like it, and also like it got used for something else in the back, which I'll show here in a minute, but it's not the best concept ever. I kind of don't like it. Here it is, 1039. This is what this page is called. So this is my first multimedia piece. I use alcohol markers, color pencils, and ink, black ink, from a Sharpie pen to kind of do outlines and borders and stuff. And honestly, dude, this is one of my favorite pages. It just took me almost the whole year to do, which is wild to me. And then we got Windigo. So this is the first page to the Windigo comic that I have, the first one. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check out the video. If not, check out my Etsy shop and pick up a second copy of Windigo 2, which is cool. Did some scrapbooking in here too. Wanted to fuck around with this medium after learning it for a little bit. And so this is my first attempt at like collaging and like doing cool shit, which I really like. This is the second page to Windigo. It's supposed to be like a mosaic, kinda, filled with like random shit. So it's really dope. I really like it. It's interesting. Another collage that I did. I really like this one a lot better because there's like a theme going to it. You know, it's not like the red one, and it's like a different tone too. It's like suave, which I really like, you know. Here's page 3 to the Windigo. It's a shopkeeper, and there's a guy asking for the map of Windigo. Pretty cool. Another collage. It says my name up there. As an artist, I really like the color wheel. I love looking at the color wheels and just colors everywhere. These are like stickers and, you know, other random stuff. So this is page 4 of Windigo. It's my favorite because the shopkeeper gets to explain that there's monsters out in the desert, and this is some of the stuff that you'll meet in the desert. And so he's giving the character, you know, telling him that, yo, be careful or else you're gonna die. I said seashells at the seashore. You know, I love shells. I love aquatic stuff. I got an octopus right here, so like, I love aquatic stuff. Page 5 of Windigo, so it goes left to right, which I think is pretty cool. So these are from this is from Guy vs. Guy, from our comic. I decided to just slap a sheet of it in my sketchbook. Got some stickers, and then I got some ghosts that I designed. What's cool is that this is on cardstock, so when I cut them out, it has some weight to them. So I ripped some to give that ripped effect, because I just learned that, which I think is pretty cool. You know? Here's page 6 of Windigo. Got a bug that's tracking the main character, getting ready to eat. Got some acid venom. It's acid. So this one was supposed to be a text page, like a calligraphy, so I'm just messing with different text, trying to see what they look like, you know? Page 7 of Windigo. Almost there. It's left to right still. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to do effects, so like I wanted to make it shiny, and I wanted to just give the give the art momentum to show that there's stuff happening. And then these are just like desert stickers. And that's the end of this comic. Page 8 to be continued. Which I really like a lot. Like, if you can see, like, I love plants and insects and stuff, so there's like a lot of that here. Same, another collage page. Sketh production. So this was supposed to be sketch, but you know, I forgot the C, so it just turned into Sketh production. So like, I just added stuff to kind of cover my ass. But I got mushrooms, crystals, the whole shish kebab. Looks so cool. And then this is the next story. Next story, I drew this. So the next story, so over here, it's just like the back of this, nothing crazy. But the next story is supposed to be space bandits or space pirates up in space. And they boarded a cruiser or something that was sending out a distress signal, and they end up coming across zombies. This is their robot. You know, Keon was here. It's me. Got more cute stickers that I like. This guy is the leader of the bandits. And the robot, I called it a B28. So B28 is just informing the bandits that there's like shit going on, dude. Back of the page. Yeah, you can see right here. It's not good. We got cosmic zombies on our hands. Block A, B, and hallway C blocked off. They're captain dead and organic mass everywhere. Temperature's decreasing. There's organic mass, and they already got zombified. Zombified. Here's some other cool concepts. Mix of collage with like... Pretty much like what I did was I sketched this out on a separate piece of paper, and then I glued it in here. And you can see like there's different cool stuff in here. Potions, got a little samurai, got the boss Onu slime that I did in a different color, and I got some test, the palette testing. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the start of another comic. And so, as you can see, these two I started at the beginning of the year, and then I did this one towards the end when I got a new brush pen. But you can see it's pretty disgusting. It's pretty gross. Alright, now we got into some monsters. So here's some monsters that I made. Based off of a codex me and my brother made. So we have a whole bunch of monsters just lined up in a codex that we've been curating for like since we were 7 or 6. And so I've just been doing re-renders of like monsters, coloring them. If you guys haven't seen the Lightning Orb Assassin video, definitely check that out. It's just me time-lapsing, coloring it as a short. So that's pretty cool. Here's another page. Different character concepts. It's one of my favorite pages because I just like some of the concepts, like the red-haired dude. I really like him. He has like a little spirit coming out of him. People tell me he's like pissing or something, and I'm just like, what? So, gotta figure out how to not make people look like that. Yeah, I got a finger bamboo, a monk, some plants, a plastic knife up here. Plastic. Yeah, some cool concepts. This is my first time fucking around with gouache. Gouache looks so dope. It's honestly one of my favorite mediums, like just messing around with it. I feel like you could do so much, and I only messed around with it for a little bit, and it has this matte finish to it that I just love so much. Layering it is insane. I really like it. I gotta go buy myself some Himi gouache or something. Over here is I'm doing a sci-fi series, and so this is like Star Trek-esque. So it's like this is the medic that I made for the crew that I'm making, and just some information on the character, what kind of alien he is, like a whole bunch of sci-fi stuff. It's not gonna make any sense, but I can try making it make sense. Here's some thumbnailing for comics, and I'm just here testing perspective, some stuff. I really like this page because it just shows notes, It just shows like my process, what I'm thinking, stuff like that. And then this guy, help, and gets spliced in half. So the next page is my favorite. These are the Onu slimes. So we saw the Onu slimes earlier, but this is like a more detailed version of like the Onu slimes. Here's the boss Onu slime, random Onu slimes. It's like one of my favorite creature types that me and my brother developed. Mostly my brother. Here are what some of the slimes might look like. They're pretty dope. I really like the jet black look, and I just love the fact that they just look slimy. That black venom goo. One of my favorite creature designs. And then I got the King Onu slime. This concept took me forever to make. But honestly, it's one of the best concepts I've seen so far in my sketchbook. It's so good. It's one of my favorites. I really love this concept. It's just so good. It's just so good. The next one. So I got another Onu slime. I don't know what to call them. If you guys have any comments in the section down below, let me know what you guys think this should be called. Because I was calling it a night Onu slime, but it doesn't look very nightly. So he has a floating crown as well, so he can't be a king either. But it's so cool. I want to make these slimes look alive, so I was creating I don't know backgrounds for them, which I thought was pretty dope. Still my favorite concept. Got mannequin guy testing out perspective in my style. you know? I feel like there's not much to say about this thing. And then I took the concept and I tried putting it into a comic. So it's this guy, and it goes this way. So he's just kind of like shaking his head, not shaking his head, but like cracking his neck, you know, before he gets ready to fight and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. I like it. So here is another page, more slimes. I like this rabbit guy. He's pretty cool. But just wanted to make some monsters, get something pumped down onto this page. Nothing super crazy, but I really like it. Some more monster designs. These two are from the codex that I was talking to you guys about. And this is as original as it's gonna get without showing the codex. Because the codex is old, man. So I wanted to get some monsters from the codex and just kind of like keep them in my sketchbook. This one's a new monster. And then this is the washi tape. If you guys haven't seen the video on the washi tape or some stationery supplies that I've made, definitely check that out. But I got inspired by One Piece. I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you're not up to date, you should probably be up to date, because I got inspired by someone pretty important in One Piece. That's all I'll say for that. Then this page, I started fucking around with different concepts here too, mostly plants and flowers and stuff down here, bugs. If you haven't seen Dadadan, I've been watching that, and so this is where this comes from. Like, I got inspired by that, so I wanted to do it on a character that's like my own. So that's pretty cool. I don't even know what this is. It looks like a boot, but got a little phantom. Another Onu slime. He's just like, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Here's one more Onu slime, some monsters, and then some sketches that I made using what is it? I think it's a Prismacolor. I think I used Prismacolor for these two, and I think this is a normal gel, pink gel ink pen, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm just fucking around with trying to see things. Got a little ghost chilling in a bubble. And then over here, got something generic. I was doing t-shirt ideas up here, but same mannequin guy. I was making some weapons for him. A broom, a plastic knife, a baton, volleyball. It's pretty cool. So these are just generic characters. I don't really like anything in this page. Only because I think like they can be better. But yeah, it's not that bad of a concept. I just kind of wish the anatomy of that main guy was a lot better. But there's that. And then this is just stuff I was like looking at, references from my brain. Trying to think of like how to make shit without using a reference. So like I would use basic shapes, and then after that I would just kind of create something off of that. The only references that I used from real life is the mouse, because this is what my mouse looks like, my phone, the mono dust catch eraser, and this is what my mic looks like. Other than that, everything on the page is original and straight from my brain, which doesn't bother me. It's kind of difficult when you don't have a reference, but I feel like that kind of helps a little bit. So this is another mini comic. This says Onu Slime's encounter in the Alamos Desert. This is part of Windigo. And it's just showing a guy encountering an Onu Slime for the first time. So the Onu Slime's just coming out, swirling, and just getting shape, which I think is pretty cool. It's super sick, and I really like how it came out. And this is all freehand too, so it's like you can see in the lines that it's not there's no ruler or anything, it's just freehand. Here is concepts for a place I made called Geoland, and you can see that in the zine, the Guy vs. Guy zine, But I've been trying to flesh out Geoland for a little bit, and the reason why it's called Geoland is because it has geometrical shapes for natural rock formations, and you can see that on the bottom panel. Rocks would just form like that, and so I really wanted to flesh this place out. The top panel is like monster, natural fauna that you find. The middle panel is like what an average landscape would look like for Geoland, and the third panel would be like, oh, all these natural rocks and gems that you can find, which I think is like pretty cool. This is my mushroom cottage. I got inspired by another YouTuber, and so I forgot her name, but she draws a lot of mushroom houses and stuff like that, and her art's really amazing, and so like I really got inspired, and I really wanted to do like my own version of like a mushroom cottage. So this is what I came up with, and I used the Prismacolor pencils too, so it's like not that bad. It's not that bad at all. For my first time doing something like this, crazy. And then here's another doodle page. I forgot which number this is, but got some concepts, you know, Akira pills, that's what I was thinking of here. Got some boba tea, milk, water bottles, you know, trash can, beans. Got some beans. But it's an okay page. I feel like it could have been filled with something a little bit better, but, you know, I'm still practicing. Sketchbooks are not supposed to be perfect. Here's another page just filled with wacky concepts, monsters, a snail. You see a snail there, robots, a TV, some weapons on the right-hand corner. It's just like stuff that like I get bored of drawing the same thing sometimes, so like I gotta switch it up, make some cool shit for my brain. This one is from Windigo. It's a Windigo panel that I was thinking of making. So this is a rock bandit. It says body type 63 because rock bandits are made out of rocks, so they have different body types. So that's just a 63rd type of body that you can see a rock bandit have, and that's because they have a tail and stuff like that. And he's just like stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? As he has like a rock gun or something. The temperature is rising too. It says Alamos Desert Finding of Windigo, which I think is pretty cool. And this is the interaction between him and another person. This is like a slime knight or a jelly knight, and he's like, no, but have you ever been crushed? And so like just the whole thing just makes me laugh, because it's just like the jelly knight's like telling him, oh, you're gonna get crushed if you fight with me. And he lifts up his sword, twists it, and then he creates what's known as a slime shot. As you can see, it's like taking ground and dirt and stuff like that. I could have probably edited this concept a little bit better. I just wanted to jot down something fast. We got a ocean page filled with ocean stuff. This is a sea creature, sea serpent, type 236. Just means it's the 236 sea creature that I got. Got this over here, a pelican fish. It's a monster that I made. So that's pretty cool. Got a little gulper eel up here, a little stingray, some fish. I think that's pretty cool. So these are monster concepts from Windigo that I was thinking of slapping in there. So you can see, got a rail fly, which you saw in Windigo 1. You can see the actual sizes, what they look like. When I'm trying to do like shorthand or whatever, when trying to make them fast as possible. But if I want to do them detailed, this is what they look like. And Enna means ethereal natural animal, which means that it's like from the void or something. They're like monsters. They're like an animal, but like a monster. And then over here, got something basic. I made some like a stem with like leaves, a slug on there, butterfly with eggs, all that stuff, which I really like. It's super sick. It's one of my favorites. So this, just a little character concept. I did this when I did the Anti-Robot Club event in Providence. But yeah, there's nothing really much to say. It's just a random character concept. Here is the page of business cards. I'm still working on this. This is the only thing left to work on. but I'm just gluing business cards on here to make like kind of like a page, which I think is pretty dope. And then on this page is just bugs. So I have two things that I'm slapping on here to kind of make it more collage-like, but I wanted to have something drawn here and here with some stickers, and I just wanted to showcase like some bugs and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool. And then over here, this is a drawing that my abuelo made when I went on my Puerto Rico trip to go see my family. So yeah, he never really showed me art before, so this is like his first drawing that I've ever gotten from him, and so I want to keep this preserved, so I have nothing on this page except for his art, which I really like. So not only did I collect my mom's art, but I collected my abuelo's too. Here on this page, this is a page where I have people draw stuff. So obviously it's not finished, because I need to find more artists to fill this page in. But I always have people draw something small and sign their name. And so far I have 3, the 2 people that I collaborated with and myself. So just to kind of start it, and I'm hoping to fill it with other people's art, you know, kind of like a yearbook kind of thing when you sign it, but instead of signing it, it's a sketchbook and you're drawing something in it, which I think is like pretty cool. This is my lizard guy page, lizard people page, dragons. They're dragon inspired, but they're just like lizard people, which I think is like pretty cool. Different types. Got a little doodle up here when I was testing out the color pencils. And then I got this right here, which is just like me practicing some stuff. I wanted to practice graffiti, so I drew a giant fuck on here. This is perspective, like back of the head. But yeah, it's one of my favorite pages. Yep. And I mean, I got this. This is pretty funny. I draw everywhere in my sketchbook, and then this is something that my mom made when she was organizing an event. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is my sketchbook, my 2024 Sketchbook Tour. It took a long time to get this done, but I'm finally pretty happy with the state of the sketchbook. If you guys definitely like the Sketchbook Tour, definitely give the video a like. If not, give it a dislike, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys want to follow for more art stuff, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon for more notifications, because I'm trying to post more art and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, this is me, your boy, Dragon Masters 525, aka Keon, signing out, dude. Peace!